Ever wondered why the Korean Peninsula is divided into North and South Korea? To understand this, we need to delve into the annals of history. At the dawn of the 20th century, Korea found itself under the grip of Japanese rule, starting in 1910 and lasting until the end of World War II in 1945. This period was marked by changes in Korean society, as the Japanese sought to suppress Korean culture and impose their own. Many Koreans were forced to adopt Japanese customs and language, causing a deep-rooted resentment that still lingers today. Despite these challenges, the Korean spirit remained unbroken, with many holding on to their traditions and identity. However, the end of World War II brought about a power vacuum in the region. The dropping of atomic bombs on Japan created a seismic shift in the global power dynamics, with the Soviet Union and the United States emerging as dominant forces. The end of World War II marked a turning point for Korea, leading to events that would forever change the course of its history. Stay tuned to Cryptic Mystic Vault for more fascinating insights from the annals of history. The end of World War II saw the rise of two global superpowers, the Soviet Union and the United States, leading to the Cold War. The Korean Peninsula, once a united entity with shared culture and identity, became a casualty of this ideological battle. As the world held its breath and watched the rise of capitalism and communism, Korea found itself divided across the 38th parallel. This division was not a decision made by the Korean people, but rather a strategic maneuver by the two superpowers. The Soviet Union, keen to spread its communist ideology, moved into the north, while the United States, standing firm against the spread of communism, took charge of the south. These occupation zones were meant to be temporary, but they ended up solidifying the division of the Korean Peninsula. In the north, the Soviet Union established a communist regime, installing Kim Il-sung as the premier. The south, on the other hand, was under a US-supported military government which aimed to uphold democratic values. This division set the stage for the emergence of two distinct governments in the north and south. Despite their shared history and culture, these two halves of the Korean Peninsula would soon find themselves on vastly different paths, leading to one of the most enduring conflicts of the 20th century. 1948 marked the official formation of separate governments in the north and south. In the north, Kim Il-sung was installed as the first premier, while in the south, a government was formed under the leadership of Syngman Rhee in Seoul. These governments claimed sovereignty over the whole peninsula, setting the stage for further conflict. In 1950, tensions escalated into full-scale war when North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union, launched an invasion of the South. The United States and a coalition of United Nations forces intervened to support South Korea, turning the conflict into a proxy war between the world's superpowers. For 3 brutal years, the Korean War raged on. Cities were destroyed, families were torn apart, and millions of lives were lost or forever changed. The war ended in a stalemate in 1953, with an armistice agreement that established the heavily fortified, demilitarized zone along the 38th parallel. This war entrenched the division between North and South Korea, shaping the political, economic, and social trajectories of the two nations for decades to come. North Korea became an isolated communist state, while South Korea embraced democracy and capitalism, becoming one of the world's leading economies. The Korean War left an indelible mark on the peninsula, with repercussions that are felt to this day. Following the war, North and South Korea embarked on drastically different paths. North Korea, under the leadership of Kim Il-sung and his successors, has remained a communist state. Despite economic hardships and international sanctions, North Korea has developed missile and nuclear capabilities, becoming a significant concern in global politics. On the other hand, South Korea, led initially by Syngman Rhee, evolved into a democratic nation with a thriving economy. It has embraced capitalism, leading to rapid industrial growth and technological advancements. The United States has maintained a military presence in South Korea, a legacy of the Korean War, and a testament to the ongoing tension on the Korean Peninsula. The post-war period witnessed numerous attempts at diplomacy, but the division remained. The two Koreas have held several summits, with the most recent ones focusing on denuclearization and peace. However, progress has been slow and fraught with challenges. The demilitarized zone, or the DMZ, a buffer zone along the 38th parallel, remains a potent symbol of the division and ongoing tensions. Today, North and South Korea stand as stark contrasts in almost every aspect, politically, economically, and socially. The North, with its strict state control, isolationist policies, and struggling economy, is a stark contrast to the bustling, democratic, and technologically advanced South. Yet they share a common history, culture, and language, and the hope for reunification persists, albeit overshadowed by the realities of geopolitics. The division of Korea continues to be a complex and unresolved issue, with a myriad of possibilities for the future. As we reflect on the past and look towards the future, the question remains: will there be a reunification, or will the division persist? Only time will tell. For now, the Korean Peninsula continues to be a poignant reminder of a nation divided,